Hello to all and welcome back. Today I'll be drawing a flower girl. And not the type you see at a wedding, but a legit flower girl, being that she is a flower. My main inspiration for her is based off the flowers from Alice in Wonderland, where they're singing to her, and the flower concepts in Paper Mario. Well, I didn't have this particular flower on the mind, since I forgot about her existence in Alice in Wonderland. You'll see by the end I must have been subconsciously channeling her. I went for a classic rose design because I'm corny and predictable. What can I say? And speaking of predictable, I'm using the same pencils that I used in my last video. I'll be trying to hit different values this time, but the sketching is always with the lightest pencil. And a little fun fact, the reason I'm using the pencils and nothing else is because in the move, I've lost my eraser. That's why I didn't implement it in my last video either. I'm sure it'll turn up eventually. And you can be sure that now that I'm home, I'll be able to use even more art supplies. Nothing as grand as I would have it if everything was here with me, but enough to show off every once in a while, you know? And I'm personally an art supply fiend. I ask for them every Christmas, even though I know I have way too much. But I can't help it. It itches a spot in my brain that can only be fixed by buying and using art supplies. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I'm a simple girl with simple needs. And them needs are hoarding everything that could possibly be useful to me in creating art. Even right now, off the top of my head, I can think of three different sketchbooks that I have. Come to think of it, that could be a design idea for another day. Drawing myself as a dragon and having my hoard of art supplies underneath me. And I have another idea for another video, which I don't want to say right now because I want it to be kind of a surprise. But the creative juices are flowing, which is a rare thing, and I want to enjoy this high. Starting with completing this face of the flower girl. I don't know if it's my style or me messing up every single time I draw eyes, but I feel like I always draw them too big. Thankfully, when it comes to stylization, big eyes seem more like an intended feature than a flaw. So I'll go with that instead. And as for her eyebrows, you can see I'm trying to make the ends disappear along the side of the face, the same way petals curl around each other near the center of the bud. They're small things, but I think it helps make the whole rose thing convincing. Now it's time to finally put some darkness in those petals. You'll see me go over the initial lines covering her face. Well, I mean surrounding her face. When it comes to drawing these lines, it's kind of difficult to keep it smooth and steady. In a perfect world, with my right hand, I'd be able to go over these lines no problem. But seeing as how I'm using my left hand, I have to keep a balance of moving my hand quick so the lines look effortless, in addition to keeping it accurate. Thankfully, with these bigger petals, it's easier to maintain a steady hand. And there we are adding the final petals before coming in with a cute blush. Honestly, for all of my drawings, especially girl characters, I tend to give them nice rosy blushes. I think it just enhances their cute factor and also leaves the skin from being flat. And can't forget the bridge of the nose when doing the blush. In regards to the face, I think it's almost done. I just need some more definition on the eyes to give her that sultry look, as well as putting a little color on her lip. After that, all that's left is to render the petals. I finally try to put my pencils to use and get some darknesses in. As you can see, it's a slow buildup of color rather than a one shot of darkness. It really tests my patience, I can tell you that much. I've come to realize I might be one of those instant gratification type of people. So the slow and steady rate isn't really my forte. And maybe that's why I have a hard time with my rehab sometimes. Because I'm looking for instant results where it takes effort and time to build. I guess I can take these lessons from art and implement them into my real life. Who knew? And so to help bring it all together, I'm using a dark pencil to outline everything, just to make sure each petal pops, and that it doesn't get lost in all the shading that I did, which would be pretty unfortunate since I put so much time and effort into each petal. And with the final outline done, I think we can call that a wrap. With the final image, don't mind the jump in quality. I just played around with some filters to make it look better. So here's the final look at our girl, and I want to thank you guys for joining me. See you next time. Bye bye.